I love her. Just want to hug her and hold her. We talked about how we missed each other because it was the first time we've ever been apart. I told her I loved her and that I couldn't wait to see her and everything, and everything was going good, and she was talking about her job that they were opening up a thing and all excited, and we just would talk and how her day was, how things were going. And so then I told her, all right, because it was like 11 o'clock back there, her time. Right. So I told her, I love you, and she said, I love you too. So then, that was it. And then the next day I tried to call her in the morning, but I couldn't remember if she had to work or not. And of course, no one picked up on her phone. And then 12:16 my time, I got a phone call from her stepmom asking me if I was sitting down. And I go, why? And then she told me that my daughter had passed. And I was hoping maybe it was, something else like an accident or something, but they said it was an overdose. So then I really lost it, I just felt like my whole world fell apart. Yeah. I'd like to leave an afterglow of smiles when the day is done. I'd like to leave an echo whispering softly down the ways of happy times and laughing times and bright sunny days. I'd like the tears of those who grieve to dry before the sun.
Well, it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major leaves, the baffled king composing
of the happy memories that I leave behind when the day is done. And then I've got, she bought me a bracelet, she'd send me gifts, and I would send her things, and stuff like that, because she wanted to, and then I've got a necklace that I sometimes wear. The first 6 months, all you had to do is say her name, and I would cry.
She broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah.
Because I feel, lost without her. I mean, we talked every day when she moved back there, so it was every day we talked and talked and talked. And now it's like I catch myself. I know at the beginning I wanted to pick up the phone and call her and talk to her, but it was just not real. And then until I got to see, I got to finally see her. They had a little viewing just for family, and I got to hold her and stuff, but it's not the same, I feel like I've been cheated. I do. I feel like I've been, our kids aren't supposed to go before us.
Amberly, Ricky. Amberly. Ricky. Wake up, bud.
Hey.
What are you guys up to?
Sleeping?
Okay. You guys supposed to be back here?
No, we don't have anyone to sleep.
Okay. And I understand that, but we have shelters out here, we have stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
You guys have drug paraphernalia all around you guys. You guys got cotton swabs over here, old burnt spoons, old straws that don't look like they're being used to drink out of.
Society has changed, and for a long time it was just to address it, put people in jail, and move on and get them off the streets. But that's not really the answer. I mean, when unfortunately our jails have become psychiatric wards in many cases. That a high percentage of people in prison have mental illness or addiction issues.
Keep your hands out of your pockets, And again, nothing on it's gonna poke me?
No, sir.
Okay. When was the last time you guys used?
Last night.
Last night? You guys have anything left down here, or no? You guys used everything you have?
Between AB 109, Prop 47, and Prop 57, it's created the perfect storm. Each one by itself discussed, you can look at what the intentions were, but together it's created a system that actually, for those that are proponents of re-entry and really allowing these people to rebuild their lives, this is undermining that in many ways because it is not allowing us to put a structure in place, and that is a hammer that says, if you are using, we no longer have the tool to say, you're either going to go to jail or you're going to go to treatment. We are actually reinforcing bad behavior because under 47, downgrading from a felony to a misdemeanor, there are no consequences to the actions taken. And when you look at the numbers of people that have been recited over and over again, I have yet to meet a healthy addict that is actually a productive citizen in the community.
If somebody is released from jail or prison, goes back into the same environment without any ability to be able to generate revenue, to be able to have a paycheck, then it's predictable what they're going to do. They're going to go back into the life of crime and potential drug abuse that they were in previously. The cycle of dysfunction continues and continues unless we find a vehicle to be able to disrupt that and put somebody on a different, more positive track. People who are dealing with a drug addiction, and you talk to many of them and they will tell you that since Prop 47, they can't get into treatment because they needed the leverage that was put on them, the coerced influence of either going to jail or prison based on what they did, or treatment. And at some point, they would take the treatment option. That has been taken off the table doing time, so they can no longer, because of their addiction, get themselves into a treatment program.
Okay, anything you say may be used against you in court, do you understand? You have the right to an attorney during questioning, do you understand? If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you before any questioning, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
What was previously a felony, possession of pretty much any drug, as well as theft up to $950, previously a felony, now a misdemeanor. Generally, that means that the person will be cited out if they're arrested and not do any time in custody. And that's not just once, but each additional time they're caught as well.
Try to get some type of bed at a rehab. And our detective at the station, I told you last night, he can do that for you guys, so. But, I mean, if that's something you guys want to do, I can have the detective come talk to you guys. Well, it's not like he's not talking to you guys because of your crime. Like, he just has assistance to help you guys get into programs. It's nothing he wants in return, it's nothing like that. It's strictly like his job is to help people who are addicted to narcotics get into a program. Huh? I can help, yeah. I mean, I could talk to Velik and he can lead me in the right direction, but at some point he's gonna have to help me out too. I mean, I can't do it all by myself, but it's a better lifestyle than, than the lifestyle that you guys are on the path of right now.
The deputies, the officers across the county are out there doing their job, but there really is nothing to be able to hold that individual accountable for the types of crimes that he continues to commit. It's quality of life issues. It's a repeat victimization issue for many of our communities where we have people who will go in and repeatedly go to the same areas over and over, knowing that if they do get caught, which will be one out of who knows how many times they commit the offense, that there's not much of a disincentive.
Santa Clarita Station itself, out of all 26 stations for the Sheriff's Department, leads each one of the stations in the amount of narcotics arrests that we are making. That's not because we have a rise in narcotics in Santa Clarita, it's because the deputies are being proactive and we're telling them, go out and arrest the drug dealers. We want drugs to go away.
My older brother, about to start his junior year of high school, age 16, he died. He was using drugs, he was using alcohol, pills, marijuana.
In general, you're a good dude. But putting them drugs in your system, especially when you're strung out, you gotta do things to get that dope or you're gonna be dope sick.